Most companies consider paying the rent on their commercial property as one of their operating expenses. But do you know that GST is also applicable to rent paid on commercial real estate in India? Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about GST on commercial property rent. So let's get started. Rent on commercial property must certainly take GST into account. Under the GST system, commercial property rent constitutes a taxable supply of services. As a result, to avoid fines or other problems with the law, both the landlord and the tenant must be aware of the GST implications on commercial property rent. So, let's investigate the various aspects of GST on commercial property rent in India, such as the applicable rates, threshold limits, input tax credits, and more. GST effects on commercial property rentals. You can comply with the GST laws and regulations if you know how GST affects commercial property rent. By doing this, you can avoid getting in trouble with the law. As a landlord, you can receive an input tax credit ITC on the GST you paid for the supplies and labor used to maintain and repair your commercial property. Your overall tax obligation may drop as a result. Tenants must account for the GST on commercial property rent when planning their budget for expenses. It is your duty as a landlord to invoice and collect the GST from the tenant. Failing to do so can result in financial losses. Standards for GST on commercial property rent. The exemption amount is 20 lakh per annum or 10 lakhs in some cases, and if a property owner earns more than this amount for renting out commercial property for any other businesses, they must register for GST. That's all for today's video. See you next time.